Starter's ready to let them go now, so they'll just make another turn and come forward. Alex, thank you, but that's a false start. So there's a recall. One or two of the runners were too quick to approach the tapes. They've just got to trot forward, really. And the starter wasn't happy there that one or two of them were just a little bit too keen. So hence he will just recall the runners and they'll go through the process again. Happily, of course, they're going no great speed at that particular time. So it hasn't taken any time at all before all 6 runners have got back to the starting area. And all that needs to be done now is for the tape to be pulled back across the course, reattached. The starter, I'm sure, will give them a little bit of further advice as to their starting procedures, and they'll be underway again for this handicap chase. The figure of 8 course then in use for the first time today. They'll be switching back all the way through the course of this 2.5 mile race, and they will jump 15 fences all told for it. And we wish them all a safe conveyance as that tape just gets pulled across again. Mr. Upton, pretty pleasing winner here 3 weeks ago. Warm favourite to go in once again. To remind you, he's in the blue with the white sleeves, blue armlets and red cap. Similar colours to Hidalgo de Board, but has the blue armlets on his arms. So the tape's back across. Hopefully this one turn will be completed and the starter that can then send them on their way. This time hopefully coming in at a more sensible pace towards the tape. Clearly these horses, all athletes of course, and keen to get on with things. You can see the walk forward much more steady this time, and that means we can get a start, and they're off and racing. For the download the Star Sports app handicap chase, the first of 15 fences coming right up, and wasting no time to get to the front is Mr. Upton. Alongside him Blaze a Trail, who looks well named as well. He's keen to get on with things too. Call Off the Dogs sits in behind them in 3rd place, and then comes Royal Juniper. Quite a chancy jump from Hidalgo de Board in 5th place over fence number 2. Here's the 3rd fence now, and Shaw's Cross is the back marker as they clear away from that one, no problems at all, and Blaze a Trail now has the lead all to himself. It took him 3 fences to get ahead of Mr. Upton, and Mr. Upton's rider Rex Dingle has just accepted things, happy to sit 2 lengths off the leader. 3rd position for Call Off the Dogs, and then Royal Juniper in the orange sleeves. He's the biggest price runner of all 6 of them here this afternoon. Back marker is still Shaw's Cross, and just ahead of Shaw's Cross is Hidalgo de Board as they race now, switching back all the time to the next line of 3 fences, the first of them right there on the outside, and a good jump by all runners. Call Off the Dogs slightly slower than the rest, but certainly no problem, and the jumping continues now. Fence number 5, with the 2 leaders being Mr. Upton and Blaze a Trail in front from Call Off the Dogs and Royal Juniper. Then to their outside Hidalgo de Board, back marker Shaw's Cross still as they race towards the next plain fence. This is number 6, and a really nice jump there from Mr. Upton. 6 fences behind them then. They're going to make another turn onto the sanded part of the track there at the far end of the race course, and then they'll swing back right-handed into the straight where they'll be racing directly towards us in the grandstands. Those of you in the stands will get an absolutely terrific view of them coming back head on at you, which they're about to do now. As they turn in, the leader is Mr. Upton in front from Blaze a Trail in 2nd position, followed closely by Royal Juniper and Call Off the Dogs and Hidalgo de Board, and just the back marker Shaw's Cross. So they clear away from fence 7. This is the halfway stage of the contest now, and he's really in a good rhythm again, isn't he, Mr. Upton? 3 weeks ago, stylish win here, and his jumping, touching wood, been very, very good. Here's fence number 9, and he sailed over that once again. Now in behind him, 3rd place, you might well have seen Blaze a Trail just jumped to the right there, and in doing so, he hampered Call Off the Dogs a little bit. So that all happened further down the field as they come by now, having taken 9 fences, and they're on their final circuit of the track. Their final figure of 8. 3 down the section, away from the stands, and another 3 to jump back for home. And the leader continues to be Mr. Upton. Second place, Royal Juniper. He's the rank outsider of the party, showing up well ahead of Hidalgo de Board in 3rd position. 4th on the outside now is Blazer Trail. Call Off the Dogs at the back end of the field, and Shaw's Cross is still going well. Pink Jacket just in behind them. Mr. Upton and Royal Juniper. Royal Juniper jumping to the front there narrowly from Mr. Upton. Wide on the track is Hidalgo de Board, and Shaw's Cross travelling very strongly in 4th, ahead of Call Off the Dogs and Blazer Trail, now the back marker. This is the final one on this section of the track, and there, regaining the lead with another lovely jump, was Mr. Upton. Briefly, Royal Juniper led him, but Royal Juniper now in a share of 2nd place alongside Hidalgo de Board. And then Shaw's Cross, who's still travelling strongly. Call Off the Dogs hasn't been shaken off yet. He's in 5th place, but close up. Blazer Trail is the one who looks beaten. The other 5 all might fancy their chances. They turn for home. 3 more fences left to take. Mr. Upton's going to be sternly pressed. In 2nd place, Hidalgo de Board. Call Off the Dogs not far away. Royal Juniper, Shaw's Cross in behind them with 2 or 3 lengths to find. To the second last fence now, Mr. Upton. Red cap to the right as we look down the track. He's been out jumped there by Royal Juniper, who's now back in front. Royal Juniper has got 3 in behind, giving chase. They are Call Off the Dogs, Hidalgo de Board, Mr. Upton. Shaw's Cross has not really picked up. Final fence, bad mistake there by Call Off the Dogs, just as he was challenging Royal Juniper. Call Off the Dogs trying to battle back. Royal Juniper on the rail. Hidalgo de Board is back in 3rd place. Call Off the Dogs, game enough, terrier-like up to the line. He wins it for Caelan Quinn, the rider. A winner for Gary and Josh Moore. 2nd place, Royal Juniper. Tremendous run from him. Hidalgo de Board, Mr. Upton, and Shaw's Cross, the next ones.